My name's Romy Pittman, and this is my husband, Brad C. My first husband and I built the original house here, and we built a log cabin, but then very shortly after that we started to get really interested in natural building and green design, and about 2.5 years ago we moved out of the cabin to do a huge renovation on it, and we added on a passive solar addition on one side and a straw bale addition on the other side, and tried to sort of set it up to be the house that we would live in for the rest of our lives, because this is our family farm and we can never sell this house. About 10 days before we were going to move back in, the house burned down. It didn't take long to, start percolating about what we might do to replace it. So we started talking about doing straw bale partly because we loved it, and another reason is that when the house burned, the straw bale addition was the only part of the house that didn't just go up in flames. I mean, the frame walls were the first to go up like crazy, and then once the logs caught on fire, they burned really hot and long. But the straw bale, because it had 1 inch of plaster or 1.5 inches of plaster on either side of it, and because the straw bales are, it's like trying to burn a phone book. There's no air cavities in it, and so straw bale seemed like a really natural way to do it. Steve and Molly, with their company's called Mud Straw Love. There's the sort of straw bale experts, and they've been working with these apprentices. And then every Saturday we've been having people come out for work parties, and some days we've had like 55 people all working on the house at the same time.
My name's Steve Kimball, and I got involved with natural building back in 1990. So I went to this workshop and I was totally convinced that this is what I wanted to do. We found out about Sam's ex-wife, who had just had her house burned down and was going to rebuild using straw bale, and that was Romy. So she hired us to come and build the straw bale walls.
It's definitely a way of life. It's not just about, building a house, or it's not just a profession. That movement is so full of heart and love and ideals and wanting the world to be a better place and wanting people to stop having wars and it's all interconnected.
We're not going to save the world by doing this, but the movement I believe that I'm seeing is people who are taking their own personal responsibility in the things that they're doing, and seeing how all the things that we do in our life affect everything else.